Hi, welcome to the second video this week. This week we've been thinking about Ephesians 4. In the video on Tuesday, we considered verses 1 to 6, thinking about the instructions that were given by Paul in order to help us walk worthy of the calling we've received. Today I want to spend a few minutes thinking a bit more about verses 7 to 16. Just before these verses, Paul has spoken about unity, the unity we already have, and how we are to make every effort to maintain that unity. In verse 7, he begins to talk about diversity. So he tells us that grace has been given us as Christ apportioned it. And he explains that the ascended Christ gives gifts to his people. And he also outlines that these gifts are to equip his people for works of service so that the body may be built up. And there are a few things that come to mind out of this. So here are some of my thoughts. You have gifts. If you're listening to this, you have gifts. You have things that you are good at that other people aren't. And this means that you are different. We're all different. We are not the same, and neither should we be. Church isn't about trying to make everybody the same. Church is where we use our individual gifts to build up the whole body, not just those in positions of leadership, but all of the body. So this means that your gifts, the things that you are good at, they're a gift. We're told that Christ gives gifts to his people. And knowing this could help keep us humble, like linking back to the earlier section of this passage. I'm sure that many of you are completely brilliant at many things, but you are so by the grace of God. And that stops us being proud. The gifts you've been given, they're a gift and that make you a unique individual. These are the things that give us diversity within the union of the body of Christ. Those things, they aren't just given to you for your own benefit. They're used to build up the body, to help equip other people for works of service. And I suppose I've been thinking a bit about that phrase, like works of service. And I don't think that we should confine that to just stuff that happens in church. Your works of service, your ministry, as it were, well, that might take place at the school gates or at the office or whatever social gathering you might attend. Where has God placed you? Because that is likely to be the place where you are, or where you can undertake works of service. But whatever it is that you undertake, wherever it is you undertake that work, like bringing kingdom principles or making God known to others, to do that, we all need to be equipped and to be built up. And the place that happens is church. In church, in the body, we need the gifts of other people to help us in the settings that God places us. This means we can't do it on our own. And again, it helps us to be humble. And I guess, to put it succinctly, the church needs you. The gifts that you have been given by Christ are needed by the church. Therefore, it might be wise for us to pause and take stock. Are you using your gifts to help build up the church? If not, how could you use what you've been given to help build up others, to help equip others? Do you need to have a chat with someone about this? Do you need to take practical steps to move into a place where you can start using those gifts? Maybe you've got a gift that you've stopped using of late. Previously it was happening, and for whatever reason, of late it's stopped. It is now the time to start again, using the gifts you've been given to build up the body of Christ, to equip other people. And another reason that this is important is that the use of gifts to equip people and build up the body, they help us reach, Paul describes that they help us reach unity in faith and in the knowledge of the Son of God, and they help us to become mature, attaining to the whole measure of the fullness of Christ. And that sounds like something that's important to me. The unity of the church, our knowledge of Christ, our maturing, our reliant on us using our gifts, using the gifts we have to equip others and build others up. If we do this and we build up the church, then the church will become mature. And when we're mature, we're told that we will be able to speak the truth in love, being able to be honest and loving. And that sounds like the sort of church people would want to belong to, but it needs us all using our gifts given to us. So again, consider what have you been given? What gifts have you been given, and are you using them in the service of others? Are you still doing that? Have you stopped? Is now the time to start again? I hope that you can prayerfully consider that this week.